Alright, welcome everyone. Let's see the try and catch. We're going to lesson outline 4. We have seen the if condition, so we want to make for the lesson outline 4. So we're going to come here and say make directory lesson 4. We'll go out of this and enter into lesson 4. Okay, we'll just go out and we enter. Okay, I created this folder inside this, so that's bad. So let's make it again. Sorry for that. Alright, so make this and we enter into lesson 4 created. Alright, so let's delete this. We've made this by error. Alright, so we'll open our code now. Alright, so we have this. Let's close this. Alright, so we have this, which is lesson 4. And we're going to be looking at the try and accept block in Python. So the try and accept block allows us to calculate for things like that involve running a code when user input is giving us an error. For example, we have the try here. What do we want to try? We want to get age is equals to 12. Alright, so we can try that. Then if age is equal to 12, we want to get the sum of age divided by 0, which will give us an error, except we print out and say something went wrong, or you can't divide by 0. So this will always give us an error when we divide a number by 0. So instead of putting that, we can use a try and block error to print this information to the user instead of this error. Let's say, for example, let me comment this and say age is equals to, let's copy this, age is equals to this. Alright, and we want to print something. So let's see, we'll go to our comment and we'll just run the Python print function. See, it gives this a cannot be divided by. First of showing this error, we want to just show us this for the user to see. So that's the reason why you use the try and catch block. So let's run that now. So instead of giving us this error that user might not understand, showing the raw file, you can get just the age cannot be divided by 0. So there are many code we used in our if condition in previous video that we use the if and else condition to close the error. But with your try and block, the error can run, but you can give an output for that error. So let's work with the user input, for example. And let's say we have 100 and we want to have the age to be divided by that. So we can have various user input for here that will give us user input here that will give us a very high demand. It can be a number, it can be an alphabet, it can be a zero, it can be an empty. All right. So this will always give us an error. For example, I can put in alphabet here. You see, it gives me an error. I can put an empty. It gives me an error. So those things that would have allow us to do something that is not, we can just indicate it with this. I said you enter a valid number. Please enter a valid number. So now we run this now. Let's say we enter a valid number. It gives us you enter a valid number because we are dividing a string with an integer, so it does not work. So it will still give us an invalid number. But if we come here and do an integer of this and of this, we have got that error. So if we enter let me give a space here next time. So if we enter 12, you see it runs, but it's not giving us an answer because it runs successfully without giving us an error. So what will we do next? We'll say S. If it runs, let it print the number that was declared, the age that was declared, alright, and the sum, and put thanks. Once we have the age, we have this. So we can do that now. See, so you see, it gives us the sum, the 12 number, and it gave us the divisible value, and see, we entered a valid number. So these are try and except block. Now we have several errors that can be put here, that can be indicated here. For this is called the value error, and we also have the find not found error. We also have the index error. So your assignment is to see how you can give me various methods that we able to define an error and run. So we also have the final, I didn't give there, finally, that we can use in this. Maybe if we want to indicate another option here, we can indicate that, then we can say, okay, finally run this. So great, you're welcome. So let's run that. So we see it will always print this where all code are for free. This will definitely will always print it. So we see we have a lot of an error that is giving us here. So if we just do this index error, it will only check for only index error. But if we put the value error, it will only check for value. If we put for file error, it will only check for file error. For instance, index error is the numbering of count. So if I put a space here, you see, literally enter an integer number base 10. So it's giving me the error in based on what I did. The error is picking now, it's not from there, it's from this conversion that I have here. So it's giving me an error statement there. So you see, so you cannot divide an empty with this. Right? So That's out you see, and it was not able to print out this for me because the error of this and this does not match. But if I move this now and I give an error empty, see, it gives me please enter a value number and said welcome. See, even if the error was not there, it will always give me this printout. So try and give more example on this value error, which is what we are working now with, or the other 6 or 7, 8 errors that your try and catch block also carry out.